It's time to show off the shirts for 2026. Here we are, friends. Cape Cod Marathon shirts and medal reveal. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Runnah, your favorite local running community. I'm Juliana, and this week we have a little mini bonus episode that I'm recording because at the time of you watching this, I will have just hopefully completed the Flat Rock Trail Race, and I wasn't able to book in a guest this week, so you get me. Here I am, and we're going to be doing a reveal for the Cape Cod Marathon 2026 shirts and medals. Yay! Which is very exciting. This is a fun thing to be doing. If any of you have been here for more than like 20 seconds, you'll know that one, I do the social media for the Cape Cod Marathon, and also it is like the thing that I am the most passionate about outside of just running in general. This is something that I feel like I wanted to just like show off to everyone and give you a reason why you, yes, you should run any of our distances at the Cape Cod Marathon weekend. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that way you can be part of the runner community and you can come back here twice a week, every week, to a new Runnah episode, and you can just spend some time with me and you can hear exactly why I think you should run the Cape Cod Marathon every year or any of the distances as part of Cape Cod Marathon weekend. But go ahead, boop, 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 hit that little subscribe button right down there. Ding! It's free. There you go. You did it. Yay. Thank you so much for doing that. Many of you already know that the Cape Cod Marathon weekend, which includes the half marathon, the full marathon, the marathon relay, the 5K, the Chowder Challenge, and also the Lobster Challenge, and we'll get into some more like brief details about each of those distances in a minute, happens on Indigenous Peoples Day weekend. It is the Saturday and the Sunday of Indigenous Peoples Day weekend. The Saturday houses the half marathon, and then the Sunday houses the full marathon and relay, and then doing a combination of those. So the Chowder Challenge is the half marathon Saturday, the full marathon Sunday. The Lobster Challenge is the half marathon Saturday and the 5K Sunday. So there's a lot of different things happening. We also have a kids race thrown in there on Sunday as well too. So there's a lot of things going on. And when you complete any of our distances, one, you get a shirt, which is very nice. We love that. And two, you get a medal. So those are the two like swag items we hand out to everyone for all of the distances and all of the races. And each of them has their own like little mascot and their own little theme and their color scheme. So we will just like dive into the reveals of the shirts and the medals. I'm going to give you the matching medal that goes with the matching shirt for each race distance. And then we will go from there. And I'm going to go in order of like longest distance to shortest distance. So let's start out with the marathon shirt. And here it is, the marathon shirt for 2026. As you guys can see, it is blue. That is the color scheme for the marathon. So the marathon is blue. It says Cape Cod Marathon weekend right there with the dates on it. And then if we go up a little bit, you can see that there's some like nice wave patterns in there. And at the bottom, it says 26.2 and it says marathon. You also notice on the side of all these shirts, it will say Cape Cod Marathon weekend on the side over here, brought to you by Shipwrecked, who's our presenting sponsor. And then on the other side, you are going to have the race distance listed on the marathon. So 26.2. And then the mascot for the marathon is the shell, which is right here. And then we have the matching medal. Okay, and here's the medal for the marathon. This is a hefty gal. This right here is the marathon medal. And new for this year, we have added in, ooh, it rotates. There we go. So this year, the marathon and the half marathon and the 5K medals all have a rotating element and a nice little reveal to show you our home base, which is the Mullen Hall School. So we have a picture of the Mullen Hall School, which is where you start and finish your race. So hopefully a place that after you've completed one of our races is a little bit more meaningful to you. And it just rotates down. There's a little magnet that's right down here. You can be like, whoop, there you go. Okay. And that's the back by Stride Awards. And here are the ribbons. Okay. So that's the marathon. Next is the half marathon, which I am wearing the half marathon shirt. And this is the red color scheme for the half marathon. We love it. And the mascot is what I like to lovingly call the fat fish. If you've been here more than a minute, you know I love the fat fish because the fat fish is a fish that doesn't exist. Someone tried to draw a codfish, apparently, when the half marathon was starting out, and they didn't really get that far. So it's not a codfish. It's not a flounder. I tried to Google reverse image search it. I've tried to figure it out. It's a handmade drawing that Matt Auger had someone do years and years and years ago, and it's my favorite. So I'll probably be getting a tattoo of the fat fish at some point. The fat fish is our mascot for the half marathon, and red is the color scheme for the half marathon. As you notice too, it's got the waves on it. We have the 13.1. It says half marathon down here. We have the shipwrecked logo on the side with the half marathon logo on the side. And then on this side, we says half marathon 13.1, and it has the fat fish on it. And then again, on the back of all these shirts, we also have the shipwrecked logo on the back as well too. And let's get the medal for the half marathon out for you. Ta-da! Okay, so this is our medal for the half marathon, again with the red color scheme for the lanyard. And then we have the fat fish right here, and the fat fish goes whoop and reveals the Mullenhall School for you right there. Very nice. This medal isn't quite as big as the full marathon medal, but it's still like a hefty gal, you know? The bigger the distance, the bigger the medal gets. So this is so half marathon versus full marathon, size-wise, there you go. But still pretty big medals. And let's dive into the 5K for you. Here's our 5K shirt, and the mascot for the 5K is this lovely little sea turtle that's right down there. Again, same setup at the top, except for the different mascot for the race there. And then we have, it says 5 kilometers down at the bottom of the shirt with the Falmouth Running Club wave, some seagulls, and the waves behind it. And then on the side, again, we have the turtle. It says 5K on the side over here. 5 kilometers on the side. And then just the shipwrecked logo and the 5K logo on that side. So there's the 5K shirt for you. And then the medal for the 5K. Here's our 5K medal right here. And we have, again, the green color scheme going through the lanyard right here. And then we have our little turtle. And the turtle here, their shell kind of whoops up. And we have the Mullenhall School right there in the shell of the turtle. And like we said before, this is the smallest out of the 3 medals. It's still a good sized medal, you know, it's still a pretty hefty medal for a 5K, but it's just not quite as big as the other medals that we've looked at. Our last shirt is the shirt for the marathon relay. And here is the marathon relay shirt. This shirt is blue and green, which is very nice. And the mascot for the marathon relay is this lovely horseshoe crab right here. And again, it says 26.2 on the bottom because that's the distance that your team is going to be going. And on the side, it says 26.2, but on the side, it says marathon relay. So you have your marathon relay shirt. And then on the other side, it's going to have the logo for the marathon relay, which is the horseshoe crab, and also the shipwrecked logo. This distance is interesting though, because we don't have a horseshoe crab theme medal for you for this one. For this one, you're going to get the really cool shell medal. And let me show you that shell medal right now. Okay, so this is my favorite medal out of the ones that we have. And this is a classic medal. If you've run the races with us before, you know what this medal is. But this is the relay medal. This is the shell medal for the relay. And what's interesting about this medal is it actually is made of a bunch of different parts. And when you run a different section of the relay, that's the medal that you receive. So each of these is an individual medal with an individual lanyard. And together they create a shell and they're magnetized. And a lot of people will actually come back year after year and eventually create their own full shell. So they'll do this leg 1 year, this leg the next year, that leg the year after, and then you can complete the shell all together. So there you go. And they have the year on them so that way you know what year you ran each leg. But gosh, they're falling apart. Collectively, they make one shell together that you can actually just hang up and display on your wall, which is very fun. This is my favorite medal that we do. So I think this is a really cool medal. And if you are looking to do the marathon relay, I think that this is a great thing to do. Now, there are 2 more medals that you will get as part of the Cape Cod Marathon weekend if you're doing the Lobster Challenge or the Chowder Challenge. There's not an extra shirt for either one of these, but there is a medal. So let me just show you the Lobster Challenge, which is the 5K on Sunday and the half marathon Saturday. Okay, so here's the Lobster Challenge medal. You get this really nice, shiny lobster medal. Very nice. And it actually is a bottle opener. So you can use this as a bottle opener, which is a lot of fun. So again, this is the half marathon Saturday and the 5K on Sunday. You do need to sign up for this as one item and not just do the two distances separately. But you can get that. There are still spots left open in that. This will sell out though. This sold out last year. The other one is the Chowder Challenge, which I have my own spoon. This is not my spoon. This is another year's spoon. But this is the Chowder Challenge medal. This is if you do the half marathon Saturday and the full marathon Sunday. And it's got the 39.3 miles carved into the spoon here. It is like a fully functional, like I can fit in my mouth size spoon. And you also get a mug. I don't have the mug with me, but you get a mug too. So you get a Chowder mug and you get a Chowder spoon. That's a medal if you finish the Chowder Challenge. Okay, my friends, so those are all of our medals and our shirts for the Cape Cod Marathon 2026. Comment below if you're going to be running any of our distances and which distances you are running. And also if you are excited for any of the swag that I showed you in this episode. Hopefully we have a ton of people who are going to sign up or have already signed up, and I hope to see you all there. I'll be there announcing the finish line. So I'm so excited to have everyone there with me and the rest of the crew. And we can't wait to see you in October. So go ahead and sign up for the Cape Cod Marathon. I will put the link down below in the description. And again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Boop, 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 boop. That way you can be part of your favorite local running community every week here on Runnah on the Cape. We love it. It's a nice time. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for being part of the Runnah community. And I will see you next time. And I will see you on Cape Cod Marathon weekend, right? Right. Love you guys. Bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of Runnah. This podcast is edited, hosted, and produced by me, Juliana Coughlin. Brought to you in part by the Falmouth Running Club and the Falmouth Community TV station. If you'd like to connect with us, you can find us on Instagram and on TikTok at RunnahPod. And you can send us an email at runnahpod@gmail.com. And our original theme music was brought to you by the one and the only wonderful Jeffrey Hutton. And keep up the great work. I'm proud of you.